Welcome to another episode of Arhomuzone. I'm your host, Arhomuz, welcoming you into another realm where we discuss the vibrational frequency of the ancient text as where we are right now in this world. You know, it's hard not to be affected by being in this world, and no matter what anybody says, we are feeling the pain, the anguish, and the things that go on around us. Right before this moment, I was informed that another young black boy shot in the classroom 2 instructors. One of them is dead. I don't know the condition of the other one. And then the young black boy took his own life. We were just discussing yesterday, I was discussing with colleagues, a 6-year-old, whether that boy was black, and I believe the good reverend told me he was, a 6-year-old who brought a gun into the classroom and shot the teacher. So I'm bringing this up because it points to the message of the day of being affected in this world, where we live in a world and we try to be peaceful and loving and all those things, and these things are happening around us. So now the question comes in to being, do we construct or do we destruct? Do we construct, do we build, or do we tear down? Do we destroy? And that's a heavy, heavy question, because sometimes for things to live, other things have to die. And so our young people today, what makes a young man go into a classroom of people who are there supposedly to help him and try to take the life of those people and then take the life of himself? Oh my God. So here we are, 2023, March 23rd, in the year of our Lord. So we've got some footage from the past today, or from days gone before, that we're going to present, and in relationship to how it is today, how it brings us up to the present time. Back in the day, we were at a studio downtown, right down the street from the Staples Center, and once the Staples Center was built, they got all the black people from around there and got them out in order to do big business. But there's a song that I'm going to present now, just a clip of it, a song written by Henderson, Wycliffe, an Inglewood musician, guitar players, him on guitar, me on drums and background, Luciano on bass from Jamaica, and Brother Free Burbank on guitar. The group is called Antenna, and the song is called Be Who You Want to Be. And that rings true now, like as children and as people, adults as well, struggle to find the identity of who they are and what they're here to do. So right now, let's hear from the song, the clip from the song, Be Who You Want to Be.
Don't you worry your mind, yeah. You're gonna have to play by some rules. And the rules say, you know, the children of the things of the world. Don't you know where you got to find yourself? Oh,
Psalms 78. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, for our fathers have told us. Even in the words of today, we must dig through words and find meaning. Even if it's just one word. Well, a lot of words are said, but what does it mean? Happening J. Sappening sat on a bomb. Happening J. Sappening, napalm, calm. Took quite a while a nut to himself while thumbing through scriptures that burnt on the shelf of righteousness. And meanwhile, as darkness subsides down the road, Cupid T. Stupid relieved such a load, it crippled the stallions of understanding he rode. Bareback battalions in neat rows of 7, brandishing maces and swords such a gleaming. Heads hung from nose ring belts ranging 4 to 11, while below, lifeless souls wriggled in hopes of redeeming what was once rightfully theirs. Willie B. Stupid, the brother of Cupid, stood in the acid putting on airs, running from problems they think are not theirs yet. Just try to tell them and check out the stairs. Try to overstand and the ego tears. Peeping for personal attack, shifting weight of importance to those less deserving to feel what it means to be poor and all fading, a lifetime degrading old soldiers on ships who raised flags to the sky. 1,000 years floating and not knowing why. Sandcastle, come talk to me. Explain what the deal is. Pray tell what the meal is. You're feeding these folks who are wading through life. Pull out the drain, drip drop the rain, as we understand our meaning in this thing called life. Dark utterings of old. What are the meanings? Construction or destruction. During the Watts riots in the 60s, my cousins lived right down the street from the epicenter of what was going on. And my cousin Dennis, he was just a little kid at the time, and he said he remembers very vividly. We were hollering, burn, baby, burn, but we were still throwing water on our house. What does that mean? That means at any time the fire can come this way, whether through accident or actual focus, and you could be caught up in something that all of a sudden now your house is burning down, your life is crashing down, your situation now is coming down. So the question remains, construction or destruction. What are we supposed to be doing? The Grammys a few years back showed the Baby, the rapper The Baby, throwing a Molotov cocktail attempting to burn down Walgreens. Now, is this what we come to? Is this what we're going to do? Is this what it is? That every time something don't go the way it wants, we're supposed to burn everything down, because that's exactly what the devil wants us to do. Exactly. That's intense heat. See, fire is purification. It can burn you up, or it can make you a diamond. And most people will burn up. However, under intense heat, that fire, it can create a diamond. It can create a beautiful, beautiful creation through fire and purification. We've been purified through our experience in this thing called life. We've been purified, edified, and sanctified, some people say, through our experience of trials and tribulations. Yes. We're going to see some footage now of us, band Antenna, back in the day at B.B. King's in Studio City. We visited this one before. In terms of, as the fires of Babylon rage, do we construct or do we destruct? Do we build it up or do we burn it down? Is it an explosion or is it an implosion? But that fire that rages within is something that we have to contend with. Here we are, myself on the front line with Mellow Blue, Minnie, and DeBow. Henderson on guitar, Detailing on bass, Reggae on drums. I don't remember the brother on congas, good brother. But this is us the day at B.B. King's, doing a rendition of the Ben Harper classic tune, Burn One Down.
Burn it low, but burn it slow.
So, do we build it up or do we burn it down? Comedian Robin Harris had a very interesting take on that question. According to him, he said, you gotta go, you gotta go. Meaning, if you do wrong, then guess what? It's time for you to go. And a lot of people, including myself, didn't used to believe that back in the day. But, elimination is a very, very heavy thing. Some of these Negroes and white folks, I can't say it no better. They got to go. They got to go. Robin Harris said, you got to go. You got to go. If you kill 10 people in the house, you got to go. You done went and blew up the school and hurt grandmothers. You got to go. Now, what does that mean? You got to go? Like Robin Harris said, well, and rest his soul, he's gone now. But he said that he would pile them on the chair 35 deep and pull the lever. And, it was funny when he said it. He said, you got to go. You got to go. A lot of the films I keep juxtaposing art, because part of the zone is to examine art and relationship to truth. And a lot of the black films from the 70s were dealing with that very, very issue. How do we take out our own trash, so to speak? How do we deal with our own inequities and our own ills? How do we do it? Robin Harris said, gotta go. It says in the Bible, an eye for an eye. But then who said, and everybody will be blind. If an eye for an eye, the whole world is blind. But the analogy is to remove that from ourselves. And we find ourselves reckoning with that very thing today. How do we remove that which is not right from ourselves, even if it is ourselves? That's a heavy thing. Back to Malcolm again, when Malcolm said, I know you're saying all white people aren't bad, time will tell. But if Malcolm was alive today, he would say this, I know you're saying all black people are good, time will tell. So the racial war is not one that is to be won in that way. It's not about the race now. It is about the spirit. It's not a battle of flesh and blood, but powers and principalities in high places. So what do we do with those of us? And when we say us, we know who we're talking about. Those of us who are not fit and need to be eliminated, taken out of the equation, starting from a young age. What do we do? How do we rehabilitate? You know as well as I do, if you go inside the penitentiary system, you're going to come out worse than you did when you went in. Let's just tell the truth. In most cases. That's an environment where it makes you feel hard, you're going to come out harder. So is it all about rehabilitation, or is it just about storing bodies? And so now there's a question, say, no more labor, free labor. And so what we're going to do, what are those who are locked down, what is their daily routine? So can they sit up and watch HBO and eat 3 squares a day and lift weights? What do we do with those who are offended, who offend in this society? These are not easy questions, but we are constantly, and I do mean constantly, faced with what do we do? My concentration is with the youth. I believe, and I still believe, it is better to build children than repair man. So that's the focus, my focus. I believe that the music is one of the keys, because music affects everybody, from happy birthday to going out of here. There's songs that are sung, there's music that's taking part in every part of society. And across the globe, the black art form of hip hop It's everywhere. It's on TV commercials. It's on the news. It's the biggest thing going. Rolling Loud was playing the other day, and for all day long, it's like, man, woo, and you could hear it in the air. Unlike when we were coming up, they had different styles. Everybody sounded differently. Harold Melvin sounded different than the Stylistics, who sounded different than the Dramatics, who sounded different than the Temptations, who sounded different than Aretha Franklin, who sounded different than Anita Baker. Everybody had their own sound. Now, I can't tell who's who and what's what. And if, what is the message? Like my son told me, he said, Dad, back in your days, your generation was singing to women. My generation, we singing to men. Oh man, F that dude. Forget him. It's getting warfare and strife and back and forth. So I said, wow, how deep, son, you are to make that analogy. But education is still needed. What are we learning? So I'm here to say, and I just want to say this as I come to a close. I believe that music, the pursuit of it, the development of it, the learning of it should be the requirement, not the elective. Because what's being taught right now, I don't see the end results when I see the children walking from the schools into the streets. That how is what they're learning impacting their daily life? What are we teaching these children? What is being taught in the home and in the schools that's going to make this society better? We need to re-examine what is being taught to our young people immediately, right away, because this is a different world. With the invention of these computers and the matrix in everyone's home, it's too late. The devil's already inside, so we can forget all about letting him in your house. The devil's already in the house. He's in the house. Whether you want to believe it or not, the devil is in the house. So where is God in our house as we build our house? So do we construct or do we destruct? Do we build or do we burn? That is a question in these days ahead. As some say, these are the last days or they are the first days. Larry Graham said, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So, mathematics, numbers, the book of Numbers, the matrix, as we navigate forward, from this day forward. Thank you for tuning in as we examine in the zone and the Arhomuzone the meaning and the nature of things from a whole different perspective. My name is Arhomuz, and you've just had another episode of the Arhomuzone. Thank you. I'll see you next time.